Welcome back to The Explainer. Let's get right into it, shall we? We are looking at a genuinely pivotal moment for independent creators. The year 2026 is shaping up to be an absolutely massive year for indie web series. For the longest time, the barrier to entry in the streaming world felt almost impossible to cross. You either needed a massive studio budget or a complete miracle. But that landscape, it has shifted dramatically for self-funded creators living on caffeine and maxed-out credit cards. Today, we're going to break down the exact platforms that are practically begging for your content, and more importantly, how to perfectly match your specific project to its ideal home. This explainer is all about giving you the playbook to navigate the streaming universe like a pro.
Think about this quote from our source material for a second. Your story deserves the world. As an independent creator, it is just so easy to get bogged down in the logistics, right? The budget constraints, the endless late nights of editing. But I really want you to internalize this message. You didn't pour your absolute heart and soul into a project just for it to sit forever on an external hard drive. Your vision, your totally unique voice, it needs to reach the right audience. And the best part is, in 2026, the mechanisms to get it there are more accessible than they have ever been.
We have the complete 2026 OTT roadmap for independent web series right here. Now I know, at first glance, this matrix of logos and data points might look a bit like a giant puzzle. But don't sweat it, we're going to decode the whole shebang together. We are going to turn this dense roadmap into a highly actionable strategy, so you know exactly where to send your next pitch.
Here is our game plan for today. First, the 2026 indie landscape. Second, reaching the global giants. Third, regional and Indian powerhouses. Fourth, platforms made for indie creators. Fifth, some crucial tips to get picked. And finally, your next big move.
Starting off with Section 1, the 2026 indie landscape. More stories, more reach, more impact.
Before you even think about choosing a platform, you have to define what success actually looks like for your specific show. Our source outlines 5 core creator goals: achieving global exposure, growing your dedicated audience, boosting your revenue, maintaining creative freedom, and making a lasting impact. Now here is the tricky part. No single platform guarantees all 5 of these right out of the gate for a brand new indie creator. It's a balancing act. You might have to trade a little bit of creative freedom if you want that maximum global exposure. Or maybe you care way more about revenue and audience growth in one specific regional market. Pinning down your #1 goal from this list is literally step 1 of your entire strategy.
Moving into Section 2, reaching the global giants. We're talking Netflix, Prime Video, and Apple TV+. All right, these are the heavy hitters. If you land a deal here, you are officially in the major leagues. Netflix gives you absolutely unparalleled global reach and a marketing machine that is just off the charts. But they demand incredibly premium storytelling and pristine production value. Prime Video, they are your target if you want more flexible content deals and revenue potential, plus they really support highly diverse genres. And then you have Apple TV+, which really stands out for creators who want that high prestige factor and exclusive creative control. Targeting any of these 3 requires top-tier production quality, for sure, but your choice ultimately boils down to what you value most: Netflix's megaphone, Prime's flexibility, or Apple's prestige.
On to Section 3, regional and Indian powerhouses. Targeted dominance and rapid growth. If you want to tap into the exploding Indian market, these 3 platforms are absolutely essential. JioHotstar is basically a direct pipeline to a massive audience, offering cost-effective deals and exceptionally strong reach, especially on mobile. If your content spans multiple languages, ZE5 is incredibly friendly to indie creators and backs them up with really solid monetization tools. Or, if raw viewership numbers are your ultimate goal, MX Player has this hybrid free plus premium model that pulls in a tremendously large user base.
Continuing with specific creative appetites in this region, Sony Live is seriously hungry for bold, unique stories, and they are willing to push them globally with strong promotion. If you are focused on nurturing new talent with completely original content, AHA does a brilliant job of bridging regional and global viewers. And what if you have something highly experimental or unconventional? Take it straight to Voot. They have a massive youth-centric audience and monetization options that are perfectly tailored to that digital-first demographic.
So, let's put these 2 tiers head-to-head. As a creator, you really have to weigh the global giants against the regional powerhouses. The giants offer massive worldwide reach and demand premium storytelling. It's a high-risk, high-reward play. On the flip side, the regional powerhouses are the ultimate secret weapon for niche targeting.
They are so much more receptive to experimental content, youth-centric formats, and they often offer really flexible monetization models, like mixing ad-supported free tiers with premium subscriptions. Honestly, if your series is deeply rooted in a specific culture or tries out a wild new format, a regional powerhouse might actually be a much more lucrative home than a global giant.
Which brings us to Section 4, Made for Indie Creators, the ShortFundly Stream Advantage.
Our source specifically highlights ShortFundly Stream as a prime example of a platform built from the ground up for the independent ecosystem. The traditional Hollywood gatekeepers, they are completely gone here. You get global audience access paired with a super easy submission process and high revenue sharing right from day one. This is an absolute lifeline for micro-budget creators. If you're a first-time filmmaker, platforms like this allow you to monetize your work quickly and directly, without needing a massive talent agency just to get an email returned.
Let's look at Section 5. Tips to get picked, your actionable pitch playbook.
Because picking the right platform is only half the battle, our source gives us a very clear sequential blueprint for pitching. Step 1. Create a unique and engaging hook. In a sea of content, playing it safe just doesn't sell. Step 2. Focus on high-quality production. And look, that doesn't mean a blockbuster budget. It just means crisp audio, thoughtful lighting, and tight edits. Step 3. Optimize your digital elevator pitch. If your trailer and synopsis don't grab an executive in the very first 10 seconds, the rest of your series won't even matter. Step 4. Target the right platform. Like we just talked about, don't pitch a local experimental drama to Apple TV+, pitch it to Voot, matchmake your show. And finally, Step 5. Remember that platforms want to buy an existing audience. Start promoting on social media and at festivals to prove that people are already excited about what you're making.
And finally, Section 6. Your next big move. Time to start your journey today. I want to highlight this specific, incredibly empowering line from the material. The next big hit could be yours. Let that sink in. The streaming industry in 2026 is not just relying on the same old Hollywood studios anymore. They are actively, even desperately, scouring the indie scene for fresh voices, new perspectives, and stories that haven't already been told 1,000 times. The demand for content out there is absolutely voracious.
So here is your mandate, straight from the source. Create, stream, inspire. The future is truly yours. Please do not let the fear of distribution hold back your production. The exact infrastructure you need to get your indie web series out into the world, to get it monetized, and to get it in front of a massive, appreciative audience is sitting right there, waiting for you to use it.
We've seen the global giants, we've broken down the regional powerhouses, and we know exactly which platforms are built just for indies. So I'll leave you with this final question to chew on. The world is waiting, so which platform is going to launch your 2026 hit? Get out there, start your pitch process, and I'll see you on the next explainer.